love me, yeah, they love me. First love yourself. For that, and God we trust me. I don't trust myself. Your jewelry, I get it took. No show.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Florida, Texas, and New York, just to name a few. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. They will also match your first deposit up to $100, and you get a special pick when you sign up. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts Mase and Cam, and we are joined back with our football analyst, OJ.
Oh, what's up, baby?
Hey, guys.
Welcome back,
boy,
baby.
It is good to be back.
Oh, man, we miss
good
you,
to
man.
be back with y'all,
Oh, man, I ain't seen you all 2024, man. We really, really miss you. How you been? Everything been good?
Oh, yeah, I dealt with some health issues, but I had all my kids here.
Good.
From Florida, from California. They were all here, getting me right.
Good.
And I'm now right.
Good. Listen, even when you tell me you got a little cold or anything, look, you look great every time you come on this camera, man. Mase made the slogan, but you may have perfected it. You do it like you do it for TV. When you're doing it like you're doing it for TV. Every time I see you, you TV ready, man. You are camera ready, man. It's really good to have you back, and I'm happy to see you, man.
Well, it's good to be back, especially on a day like today.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go.
Right.
Set it off.
Right.
Set it off.
Yeah. This is why you can't get niggas no compliment, right?
Yep. Well, OJ, I'm glad you're having a great day because the Buffalo Bills defeated the Steelers 31-17, and they're now advancing to the divisional round. So what did you think about the game? What were your overall thoughts?
Hold on. Oh, before we go, yo, Mase, look, I'm going to let you know. I'm going to be honest with you before you talk. I'm going to ask Mase and myself to step out for about 5 minutes because Treasure was trolling you when you wasn't here. She like, yeah, when OJ come, because her team is the Steelers. So she was like, yeah, I hope OJ know what time it's about to be and all this. So I'm going to let you and Treasure have a moment. So, because she was really talking a lot of stuff, not talking about you. She's like, yeah, when OJ come back, we're going to see what happens because we play them. So we'll see what happens next week. So the floor is you guys. The Steelers versus the Bills. Go ahead. Let's see what happened. You and Treasure.
I'm going to tell you, I was worried about the Steelers because, the Steelers, they play in inclement weather just like the Bills do. I love their coach. He had them ready to play. I didn't realize that, was it C.J. Watt didn't play today?
Yeah, T.J. Watt, he's injured.
Yeah.
That affected us a lot.
Yo, Murder, here go the excuses.
That did affect you.
Yeah. It really did, though.
Yeah. But the Bills, for the last 6 weeks, the Bills were the team that they were earlier in the year that we thought they were. I thought in this game, the game came down to two plays. That one run, by Josh, and that one run by what's his name, Khan, the little light skinned dude. Jameer Khan. That was one hell of a run. Yeah. Now you take those two runs out of the game, you got a pretty tough game. You got a pretty tough game going. But the Bills are playing winning football. They're playing defensive football, and they're doing something that I complained about all last year, and as you guys know, earlier this year. They're running with purpose. They're just not running the ball so that to take a break from the pass. Ever since they got rid of that guy, Ken Dorsey, they started running with purpose on offense. They got a guy down in Houston named Devin Singletary. Everybody last year said Buffalo had no running backs. I said they got running backs. They just don't run them. They don't practice with them with purpose. And you see what he's doing down in Houston, playing with C.J. Stroud. He is kicking some butt. And the Bills running backs are now kicking butt because they're running with purpose. And that's what won the game for them today, was running the football. They ran the football with purpose. And that's what they're going to have to do the rest of the year, especially against KC next week.
Yeah. So overall, I do think the Bills had a great game. I felt like just watching the Steelers, we were waiting for a miracle to happen that didn't happen. I mean, you guys had a lot of injured players and we had a lot of opportunities to make plays that just weren't being completed. I mean, I do think TJ Watt's absence on us hurt our defense a lot because defensively, you guys were killing us. Like, we couldn't stop any of you guys' plays. Josh Allen was doing great with his arms and his legs, so he made sure to rush the ball, and that hurt us a lot. Minka Fitzpatrick missed a wide open tackle. That's when you guys made a touchdown. We saw the decline, saw it happening at the beginning. I mean, that's why I said Steelers fan have a little bit of delusion. My dad's texting me. He's like, Steelers are going to the Super Bowl. And I was like, nah. After the first half, I already knew we lost it. It just felt like it. So salute to you guys. I mean, I was saying a lot because I was waiting for you to come back so we could discuss it. But, I mean, now you're back with the win. So
Treasure.
Yes.
Who the man? Who the man?
Welcome back.
I want to hear.
You won, and that's all you get.
Welcome back.
She talking about after the first half.
Yeah.
You knew at the first quarter they wasn't going to win.
Yeah.
After the 14 zip, right?
Yeah, we just had a really slow start, and it just stayed that way. It was stagnant. So, I mean.
Hey, yo, Murder, you want to go? Because I just want. You got anything to say about it? Because I got a couple things to say.
Yeah, actually, first thing I wanted to say, I knew they was going to lose when they got down 14 zip. 14 zip. It was like the weather. They're not going to actually come back. But I want to give some props to the guy Mason. He did kind of good being a replacement, you know. But, you know, that's all I wanted to share. These not really my teams. I'm looking forward to the Bills next week when they got to come through Titletown. That's when me and O going to.
Wait a minute.
Listen, hold on. We're going to get to that. Mason's just jumping the gun. Oh, don't even feed into that. I got a few things to say. I got a few things. We'll talk about, but he left Kansas City. And listen, yesterday morning, the fans in the comments when the show was on, they knew you left Kansas City and they was getting at you all while the show was on. The comments said, Mase cut out, but we'll get to that in a minute. Let's get back to Buffalo and the Steelers. First of all, a couple things. You could try and downplay it with all you want and act like you wasn't talking shit, talking about I want to have a discussion, whatever. You was acting crazy, whatever. You can say whatever you want. Secondly, Mase, you want to sit here and say Mason did a good job because y'all got the same name. Trash, nigga. He's not Ben Roethlisberger. He had a decent game. Y'all got the same name, so you trying to give him some props. OJ, you get all the props today because Buffalo, during the middle of the season, we wasn't sure what they was going to do. So they made a great, great comeback. But look, everybody talking about the Steelers was going to... Look, we knew the Steelers was out when they got in. We knew that we didn't... It wasn't no secret that the Steelers was not going to win a game. We knew that. Look, the goal for the Steelers this year was that Mike T not have a losing record. Once he didn't have a losing record, that was the win. That was the whole win because he never had a losing record coaching the Steelers. Once they got above 500 and he had a winning season, that was y'all Super Bowl. That was it. We know nobody.
That's what he
Yeah, that's what we expected. We didn't expect nothing else. Daddy Stat, Papa Stat, you're bugging. I love you and you my man and all that. You bugging, bro. Listen, stop. Papa Stat got to do it. The problem, you're bugging. The problem is this: he installing into his daughter. That's I like fathers and daughter relationships because they bond tight. Like I never had a daughter, I had a son. They always say if your daughter loves the father more and all this stuff. This is the problem with Stat. Daddy Stat installed her to this Pittsburgh shit. She never even lived near Pittsburgh. And she's been a fan since she was little. And now she's delusional because her dad is a little delusional when it comes to the Steelers. And I'm not saying that as a person. I met Daddy Stat, pause. That's my man, super smart guy, career-wise, great father, great husband, everything. Steelers shit, cuckoo bird. Crazy shit. Love you, Dad. Love you, Dad. That's like my big uncle. Love you, uncle. But you can't do this and train Stat. Now she delusional. OJ, you the winner for today. And Mase, stop with this Mason Rudolph shit because y'all got the same name. Nigga, it's not Ben Roethlisberger, man. We gotta find a real legitimate quarterback in Pittsburgh for them to do anything. That's my take on the whole shit.
And Mase, I think you're wrong. I think Kansas City has to come through Buffalo.
No, we gonna get to that. Oh, we gonna get to that.
We're gonna talk about that next.
Yeah,
I'm talking about title time.
I mean, we live there. They're coming through the champ.
All right. Okay, I get it.
Yeah. They're looking for property, We got real estate. Jet lag, it's okay. We're gonna work with you. You don't have a grasp on the obvious. Let's go. Welcome back.
Oh, don't got a grasp on the obvious, man. Welcome back.
I can't wait. We can't wait for that game to get out.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I'm a big fan of Philip. I am such a fan of his. I've gone out as him on Halloween the last 2 years. I am a big fan of his, but not next week. I won't be. Next week, I will not be a fan of his.
So let's actually get into that because I see the tensions already rising. Because of that game, the Bills will stay at home and host the Kansas City Chiefs. This will be Mahomes' first career playoff road start. Who do you think will win that game?
Let y'all two can start it.
Come on, you're asking us questions that are already answered. The Bills are going to win the game. You know the Bills are going to win the game. It's going to be a good game.
Let's do it.
I've loved Kansas City for a couple of years, and I don't think they're as good this year as they have been the last couple of years. And the Bills are hurting defensively, but I think the Bills have enough that the Bills will win this year. I think this is the Bills' year to go to the Super Bowl. To win the Super Bowl, we got to wait and see. But I think it's their year to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Murder is your team.
Yeah. It's their year to go to the Super Bowl. Why would you go there and not win? This is what I'm up against.
The Bills have done it 4 times, so it happens.
Yeah, they've been there 4 times in a row and then won it, so it's not shocking if it happens. But go ahead, Murder.
Yeah, the governor won't be able to help y'all next week. That's all I'm going to tell you, The governor won't be able to give y'all extra day. I hope you're not banking on that. And I truly believe that this week, the receivers are going to catch the ball. That's the only gripe I really got with Kansas City, because if they catch the ball, we at least won 4 of those other games. So this is the week that we're going to prove O wrong. And O, if I don't win, I'll come on here with a glass of blueberry. How about it?
Okay. And if I don't win, I'm going to bring you these.
Ooh.
I'm
killed with that.
I'm going to bring y'all those.
That's fire.
I'm fire.
That's fire.
Who's 22 and who's 11, huh?
Oh, you killed those. Those is hot. In other words, you got
what it is, baby.
Ooh, killed those.
I gotta tell you one thing. I don't know who was the best looking. None of y'all gotta tell me who's the best looking back there.
That's hot. Oh, who designed those?
I'm gonna show you who designed them. My daughter-in-law.
Oh,
That's
man.
what she calls herself. If anybody else wants to call, is G-Foot, whatever it is. Miss Tony, that's what
Put
she
it
does.
up higher.
I'm giving her a pub. I hope it shows. Does that show?
Yeah.
So anyway, that's
6
my
feet
daughter-in-law.
mystery.
She, you remember she made mine back in the day. She made mine and
nice.
everything, but She did a good job. She
Those
did
is
some
tough.
research. She got your colors from high school.
Oh,
She
man.
got your. You guys were the Rams, huh?
Yeah.
You guys were the Rams, huh?
Oh, man. Thank you, man.
Okay,
Thank you so much, man. That's really dope, man. Thank you. Oh, and thank your daughter-in-law, too. She's very creative. Yeah, make sure if y'all want some kicks, make sure. And that's her Instagram?
That's her Instagram. Somebody wants some kicks. What did I do with the Instagram?
What's that? That's her X or Twitter?
What does it say anyway? 6 Feet Mystery. 6 Feet Mystery.
Okay, gotcha.
Just go on the internet, and she does a job. She does a job.
Those are tough. Those are tough.
Yeah.
Put mine in the Uber if we can't meet up tomorrow, the day after.
I will. I'll probably put it in I'll probably send it to you this week.
I'll come let me know where you at. I'll pull up, man. You know I miss you. I want to come see you. Look, back to next week, and thank you again to your daughter-in-law, and thank you, as well. Those are fire.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Look, back to next week, I'll say this about next week. This is when we'll see if Patrick Mahomes is Josh Allen kryptonite. This is the first time you have home field advantage. Look, I'm not going to lie to you. Outside of, it's a few football games that I watch a year. Not games, moments I watch a year. I love watching the highlights of the year that the Patriots came back in the second half and won the Super Bowl against Atlanta. And another highlight that I really love is Patrick Mahomes against Josh Allen. The last 2 minutes of regular season and overtime when they was going back-to-back, slinging the football, touchdown for touchdown, touchdown for touchdown, touchdown for touchdown. And in overtime, Patrick Mahomes got the ball first and Josh Allen didn't get a chance to try and tie or win the game. And that's probably my second favorite moment of just watching highlights. I know O's seen way much more football than I have and can name a bunch.
You're right. He had 13 seconds.
Right.
He had 13 seconds when they kicked off to him.
Right, exactly. And it was amazing. I go back and watch that at least 2-3 times a year. It was amazing. But this is the time to see if Josh Allen could get over the Patrick Mahomes hump. Pause, super pause. And this is no excuse. You have home field advantage. If it's cold, it's nobody with favoritism for cold. They just played in -4 degrees in Kansas City, so the weather won't be a factor for either team. But if you're asking me, until further notice, I'm going with Kansas City, which is not Mace's team because he left them. I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs. It's not your team, Mace. Everybody knows you. 5 weeks ago, you said you're not dealing with them.
Cold Cam. He's coming home, Mo.
Yeah,
coming home.
Look, I think it's mental with Patrick Mahomes. Like, for instance, it's a three-way. To me, it's a triangle when it comes to these quarterbacks. When it comes to quarterbacks, Josh Allen cannot beat Patrick Mahomes. Josh Allen cannot beat Joe Burrow. And Patrick Mahomes can't beat Joe Burrow. Even though they all lost 1 or 2 games to each other here or there, Joe Burrow has more victories over both of them quarterbacks when they face off. And until further notice, I say that Patrick Mahomes has Josh Allen number. Now, we will see if things change with home field advantage. To whoever wins, I won't be mad at either team. If you ask me who I want to win, I really want the Bills to win because I would like to see Josh Allen get past Patrick Mahomes one time. And this is the perfect opportunity to do it. You're not on the road. You're not at Arrowhead. You're in Buffalo with Bills Mafia. So you have the perfect opportunity to do it. They had a great game yesterday with Josh Allen running the ball. He had a 52-yard touchdown, which was amazing. And I think that's going to play a major part in next week's game too. Josh Allen really gets a lot of yards. He's he's not underestimated. We all know that he runs particularly well, but I think that's going to be a big part of next week. how many yards he gets on the ground outside of throwing as well. So if you asking me, I'm rooting for Buffalo because I just want to see something different. But if until then, the road goes through the Kansas City Chiefs.
That's it. And I'm going to agree with you on virtually everything you just said. I want to say this, though. The Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen, he is always leading when he has to leave the field. And that's when, Mahomes and them do their thing. They come back and beat him. But that game that it was 13 seconds ago, Josh is leading the game. Josh seems to always be ahead, but unfortunately the other team gets the ball and then they work their magic, and that's the name of that tune.
But listen, also to agree with Mase, the Kansas City Chiefs do lead the NFL in drop passes with 44. So that's another thing.
Catch the ball, nobody can beat us. Pause. Nobody.
Yeah, but hey, this weekend they were catching the ball. This weekend they were catching the ball.
We're back. Oh, I don't know why Cam is even going through this talking about Buffalo and the Bills. Cam, the man told you out his own mouth, pause, that he doesn't think they could win a championship. Why would you win to go on to lose? He's already telling you. He's not here today. We're welcoming him back, but give him some more time, Cam.
Well, listen.
Right now is Kansas City time.
Well,
we got Taylor Swift flag surfing. T Murder is the name now. It's T Murder. When she hit that, she's T Murder. She's not Taylor Swift no more.
Oh, T Murder. Okay, I hear you. Listen, well, T Murder gonna have to take that shit on the road. I don't know if she ready to take that shit on the road in Buffalo. She got to take that shit on the road in Buffalo. And let me tell you something, security better be at an all-time high because Buffalo won't give a fuck about her. They better. She'll get hit with a snowball. Be careful. Make sure y'all protect Taylor Swift at all costs if she goes to Buffalo. We ain't got time for no nonsense because them fans will get critical up there in Buffalo. OJ said, I remember OJ said, I'm not sure if it was the 49ers or the Buffalo Bills where he was playing. One of them kickers got snuffed at a bar. He said for missing a field goal, they knocked out a field goal guy, a kicker. Be careful up there in Buffalo playing
Buffalo's
them games,
no
man.
Joke.
Yeah.
Buffalo's no joke.
Yeah, man. So
they're serious about their football.
That's a fact, man. But I am really excited to see this game. And like I said, I said what I said. And only thing I'll leave after my last comment on this is, Mase, they don't care what you say. You're not there no more. They say they don't want you. I don't know. See, Mase, when the show comes on, listen,
Mahomes
Mase.
didn't say that. Mahomes didn't say that.
Mace, I dare you to go up there wearing a whole lot of Kansas City.
Yeah.
I dare it. My double dog dare you.
Nigga say, gotta play yourself, nigga. Gotta play yourself.
Can't do it in New York. I can't do it in Buffalo.
Right.
Anywhere else.
I know what Mace gonna say. Oh, this is what's gonna happen, though. I'm telling you right now, and I don't know who's gonna win. But and listen, and no disrespect to Buffalo, because I fuck with Buffalo. They just near Canada. New York City doesn't really consider Buffalo New York City because they're not New York City, they're in New York State. Mace is gonna say, I don't go against New York if Buffalo wins. I'm telling you, he already got his backup plan just in case. Just in case. He already gonna say, it's me from New York. I already know this nigga like a book. He's gonna say some type of way it's New York related, and therefore, that's why he already got plans and layers of whoever wins or how it goes, man, period, man. I already know this nigga, so let's beware that. I'm calling that out just in case Buffalo does win for next week.
Well, also looking, unless Mace, you got something to say that?
If T Murder show up, we gonna win. If T Murder show up, we gonna win. So T Murder, you guys show up and hit your dance. You gotta hit it first half, though. You gotta be first half.
So now she's not a distraction.
Right.
Got it.
Wow.
Got it.
Wow.
T-Murder,
Hey,
I got to get you some
T-Murder
shoes,
is not.
too. I'm going to get you
T-Murder is
some
not.
shoes, too.
Taylor Swift is not.
Got it. Okay. Also, looking ahead, the Texans will play the number 1 seed, the Ravens. Do you think the Texans have what it takes to win, or do you think the Ravens will win?
Whoa, the Ravens are tough, man. The Ravens are playing good ball. They got some time off. They got some rest. I would have to say the Ravens are the favorite, but that boy, C.J. Stroud, and them running back Stroud and them running backs, and even that defense. I mean, he's got them boys playing. He's got them boys playing on defense. They're playing great football all over, the field, offense, defensively, everywhere. But I can't overlook, Lamar. Lamar's Lamar, and they've gotten a lot of rest. They've got a lot of rest. So I'm gonna have to kind of go with Baltimore.
What I'll say is this, man. It's really some great quarterbacks left in the playoffs with the AFC, man. You got Patrick Mahomes, you got Josh Allen, you got C.J. Stroud, and you got Lamar Jackson. I'm really excited to see these AFC playoff games coming up. Wow. This game is really hard to call. It's really hard to call because OJ just said it. I don't even need my computer. OJ just said it. Baltimore has got a lot of rest. And will that hurt them or help them? Because what's going on with Houston is they're in stride. They're in motion. They won that game to get into the playoffs. They had a sensational wild card week. Are they in a momentum? And Baltimore's been sitting out, because not just sitting out with the bye, sitting out the game before the bye because they didn't even play. They already was the number 1 seed, so they didn't play the bye week. They had the bye week, and then they didn't play the last week of the NFL season because they already clinched the bye. So are they going to be rusty? Are they going to be ready to play? Or is Houston going to be in stride because they have the momentum that they've been playing week after week after week? This is going to be a sensational game because also this builds C.J. Stroud's confidence up. He's won his first playoff game. He won a sensational game to get into the playoff game. So it's really 2 playoff games he had, to be totally honest with you, because if he didn't win that last game of the season, they would have been out. So that's also like a playoff game. Then you go win an actual playoff game, wild card week. This is going to be a great game. This is going to see who's in stride, if it's going to be the Houston Texans, or is this go to prove that Lamar Jackson and John Harbaugh and the crew needed that rest, and then they're going to kick ass. I'm really looking forward to this game. I don't have a dog in the fight. If you telling me putting a gun to my head and say pick a winner, fuck, I gotta go with Baltimore just because. But Baltimore and Lamar,
my goodness,
you're not listening to me, Mase. Baltimore doesn't have the best record in the playoffs with Lamar Jackson either. Lamar Jackson doesn't have a great playoff record either. So it's really hard. Like I said, if I had to pick, I'm going with Lamar Jackson just because of his playoff track record. He doesn't want to look bad again. This is a potential MVP of the league. They lose again his first playoff game. Now he's going to be like, I don't even know. I look at his record when you start talking, Mase, but it isn't a good record in the playoffs. If Houston wins, look, I'm not mad at that either. They got a black coach.
He's from Ohio.
Yeah, I know we got Ohio State.
Going to say he's from Ohio.
Listen, I didn't say that just now. I could have brought that up. I haven't been petty like you. I'm trying to get down to the facts.
That's your backup, though. That's your backup.
No, I'm not.
Your backup is you're going to say, well, Ohio had to do what they had to do.
Listen, Mase, I wouldn't even use that anymore. Right now, we all grown men in the playoffs. If anything, as much as I love John Harbaugh, I'm really rooting for a black coach to win as well. We don't get black coaches don't get a lot of GM jobs. There's no black owners in the NFL, and for a head coach to get to the next round that's black, I'm rooting for that, man. I definitely am. But I'm also rooting for 2 black quarterbacks. It's a lot of black shit going on. That's why I got on black today. It's a lot of black shit going on, and I'm excited about that, man. I really am. So either way, I'm be excited to see who wins and who loses, because think about it. whoever wins out of the Bills and the Chiefs get to play the winner, the Texans and Baltimore. This is exciting shit, man. There's no losers as fans moving forward.
Lamar Jackson is 1-3 in the playoffs.
See, yeah, 1-3. He has one playoff win, so.
He has more. Baker Mayfield has more than him.
Right. See, there we go.
So that determines anything. Yeah.
Go.
I got him being 1-4. I got CJ Stroud winning the game.
Not mad at that pick.
Okay. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers crushed the Eagles 32-9. Was this the outcome you expected?
Oh, well, I got to tell you, it was not really the outcome I expected. Not 32, not by as much as it was. I don't know what happened to Philly. We all love Philly at some point this year. I watched most of the game. I guarantee you when this game is over, Hurts is going to go in the hospital and he's going to fix more than his finger. There's something wrong with his legs too, or his hip or something, because I saw him in the first half of that game. It was almost like 2 years ago when he played. He went back to pass and he took off running. Went off the pass and he took off running. I think he's injured more than we think. And I think the minute the season is over, we're going to see just how injured he has been playing with. Hey, I got to give being a Heisman winner, I got to give the other boy a little credit. He played well, but Philly, I don't know what their defense was. I don't know what their offense was. And as I said, that wasn't the Hearn that played all last year. That was another player.
I'll go. Listen,
Well,
go ahead, Murder. Sorry.
yeah, well, when I think about Philly as a team, they've underachieved the whole year. I mean, playing wise, they never showed up really, only to about 2 games that I per se saw. Every game they won just because the ball bounced their way, for lack of better words. They didn't look good in at least 10 of the games they played this year. So it was like I kept saying they're winning, but they're not looking good, but they never got to the place where they started looking good. So once they got to the playoffs, it's that mentality where you think, well, I was there last year. We're going to go back. And you got to treasure the times you get there, because there's no telling if you'll ever be back there again. And this kind of proved that, especially for him to lose to Mayfield. Mayfield is not a quarterback he should have lost to, just hands down. But I knew a week ago, I said that. I said I could see Tampa Bay beating them if they protect Mayfield, and they did exactly what I said.
I don't remember you saying that. I don't remember you saying that at all.
That's why they got videotapes.
I know, and that's why there's no footage of it.
This is where I need you to say, Nick, get the tape. This is where I need you to be the cam. I know.
Throw that red flag. Throw that red flag.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to start keeping red flags here. You absolutely right. I'm going to start keeping a few red flags in here. You're right. That's what we're going to do. We are absolutely going to keep some red flags in. I do have no recollection of you saying anything about Tampa Bay productive. None at all. At all, bro. None. I'm not
you don't remember that?
No, but I remember what I said.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said that the Bucs were going to beat the Eagles. That I do have tape.
Yeah, we both said that.
I don't remember neither.
I did. I'll post it. I'll post it too. I'll post it.
Yeah.
Crazy. We both said that.
Yes, Dad, you go next then. Go ahead.
I mean, that was really it. I think the Eagles played terribly, and I think this brings a lot of questions to what they're going to do next season. I think a lot of Eagles fans right now want to fire Nick Sirianni. I don't know if that's the best choice, but they have a lot of rebuilding to do. Jalen Hurts looks like he has no help out there. Everybody looked like they kind of gave up. It was just a bad game. So the Bucs were bound to win when we seen it happening. That's all I got, really.
Yo, Nick, you remember any of this shit? Yeah, man, I don't remember
Nick
neither.
Saban is out of it, Killer. Nick Saban is out of it. We're not talking to Nick Saban right now.
Shit to lie about. Nick don't got shit to lie about. Me and Nick don't remember none of this shit, man. Yo, this is wild with you. The Jacksonville, Tampa Bay, Miami. Y'all niggas, that Florida shit, y'all niggas is wild. Listen, man. All right, check it. What I will agree with Mase is this, is that we both been saying he's absolutely right. Philly all year has been close games. Even when they was winning, it was close games. And we say, they could have lost that game. And we kept saying maybe they'll hit a switch mid-season, towards the end of the season. We're like, yo, and then they started losing. We're like, yo, maybe they'll turn it on for the playoffs because of what they did last year. But at the end of the day, I can't lie. I do remember both of us saying, Mase, that Philly has not been it because, they start off like 7-0, 8-0, 9-0, whatever it was. And we're like, these are really, really close games. Like, these games could have went either way. So I was thinking to myself, maybe they will hit a switch, which they never did. Julio Jones, he ended up getting a concussion. So one of their main receivers was out. But that's still no excuse for how they played all the way around. Baker Mayfield, and Tito was telling me about it, we was talking about it, is that he may have secured a bag. We haven't paid a lot of attention to Tampa Bay because Tom Brady isn't there and they're not having the best of best seasons. That division sucked. So them getting to the playoffs was almost a foregone conclusion. But from his numbers this year, from last year, he was only about, 600 yards? 600 yards shorter than Tom Brady passing yards this year. So shout out to Baker Mayfield. It's a long way from where you started being a number one pick. And, you ain't that nigga you was in college. So don't get ahead of yourself, nigga. You had a good playoff game and all that. But he might have secured a bag, and this was definitely a great win for them. What happens next week? We'll see what happens, man. But speaking of next week, and I don't see this on, and I don't see this on our topics for today, but I want to say something about this before we have to move on and go to break. Yeah, you were shitting on the Lions, wasn't you, Uncle O? Yeah, what about the Lions? You were shitting on them. Jared Goff. Yeah, when Jared Goff, we all know what he's going to do when he gets to the playoffs. When he gets to the playoffs, what happened? Yeah, what happened? When they get to the playoffs, it don't matter because we all going to see what he's going to do. Yeah, we're going to see what he's going to do. We don't even need to talk about the Lions because when they get to the playoffs, it doesn't even matter. So I don't know why we talking about the Lions. What's up? What's up, fam? What happened?
I don't even need a red flag on that. You can throw the red flag on me. On that. I want to, when you get, I'm sure it's on your schedule, you got to talk about them celebrity cowboys.
Oh, yeah. We talk about them next after the break.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure we talk about them celebrity cowboys.
Yeah. I just didn't know what you felt.
Somebody out there like the Cowboys.
Oh. Yeah.
The 85 Bears. Yeah. The 85 Bears. I hope you ain't talking.
Yeah, we definitely going to throw a red flag when week 2 when Uncle O said that they the 85 Bears in week 2 of the season.
Oh, stop it. I said they played as well there, and they were playing as well as that at that time. As the 85 Bears, their defense was everybody all season.
We gotta get ready. We gotta get ready to go to break. Do you have anything to say about the Lions before we go to break, Uncle O?
At this point, I was wrong about the Lions.
Okay,
they got a tough coach. Yeah, and I think I underestimated him.
Okay. So that's still not an apology.
They said put some respect on Detroit.
O said
I got more playoff games to play.
Okay, say no more. But your exact words was it ain't gonna matter when the playoffs count. I feel you though, because listen, I don't be apologizing either. I said what I said. I just ain't know if you was ready to take it there for an apology yet.
No, hey.
Okay.
They did what they did. They pulled that game out. I didn't think they would, and they did. So I love the coach. He's a tough dude, man. And I just underestimated that he can get those guys to play on the level that he's got them to play on. He's got those guys playing some tough football.
Well, quick fun fact about the Eagles versus Bucks game, because I thought it was pretty cool. So USC head coach Lincoln Riley actually coached both Baker Mayfield and Jalen Hurts. So he was actually in attendance at the game and got to watch two quarterbacks, face off in a playoff game. So that was pretty dope. But we're going to go to break. When we return, we will discuss early Super Bowl predictions, and then we'll get into the Cowboys. Don't go anywhere.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. My stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. Wanna be free.
Welcome back. So let's get into our underdog fantasy picks of the day. On Saturday, the Packers will play the 49ers. Jordan Love is at 247.5 passing yards. Do you have him higher or lower, Cam?
I'm going higher. He's in a groove, man. And listen, he did that on a really good defense last day before yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys, according to OJ, at one point in time with an 85 Bears. So for him to have that sensational game against the Cowboys, I'm going to go higher next week against OJ's San Francisco 49ers.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going higher as well.
Okay. Brock Purdy is at 2 passing touchdowns. Do you have him higher or lower, Mase?
Higher. I think it's going to be a great game.
It's a good question because Brock Purdy been looking shook the last few games I've been seeing him, man. I don't care. I was leaning into the camera. He been looking shook, man. I don't really know. This is a tough call, man.
You got to show up on this one, though, Killer. This is the one he got to show up on.
Listen, I usually would say higher, but, he won so many games that he got shaken up. Then they had to sit him down and bench him for 2 minutes because he was, calm down. We're going to save you for the playoffs. He was shaken up. I don't know if you remember, Murders, a few weeks ago because they got the bye week and all that. They had to put his ass on the bench and relax because they fucked him up. So I'm gonna go higher because I think they may have put him in therapy and got his brain back where it needed to be. But he was shell shocked for 2 weeks. He been shell shocked, and
he definitely was.
He was shell shocked, and another thing what we talk about, and I don't know. Matter of fact, wasn't here. How we always talk about. They don't lose when everybody there, when Kittles is there and Debo is there and Brock Purdy is playing and McCaffrey, McCaffrey is playing. There's no way they got their ass spanked a couple times with the whole crew there. Whole crew is there, they got spanked. Now I'm gonna give Purdy the benefit of the doubt and go higher, but shit, man, goddamn, man. That boy was hurt. That nigga he didn't know what to do because he never been in a position like this. Mace is kind of like what you said. When he's won so much that when it's time for him to lose it, he didn't know what to do. Like when you said with Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, when you was like you never seen Errol Spence hurt. So when he's hurt, we don't know what's gonna happen, and we seen what happened once he got hurt. That was Brock Purdy's face. Them last 2 games. So hopefully he got it back. But listen, I'm going to go higher because he had a couple weeks. If it was back-to-back, I would have went low. I'm going to go higher because I think they got his brain back right. But his brain was fucked up a few weeks, man.
Okay. And Christian McCaffrey's at 33.5 receiving yards. Do you have him higher or lower, Cam?
Well, I got to go higher if I said Brock Purdy for some touchdowns. But, listen, man. It seemed like them last 2 games, niggas kind of figured the 49ers out, man. They figured them out. Because remember, they was looking invincible when everybody was playing. Then they got spanked. I'm going to go higher, though. Maybe I think that the rest helped the 49ers as opposed to maybe not helping Baltimore. So I'm going to go higher.
And then Mase.
Just to cover the bat's pause, I'm going to just say lower.
Okay.
You might lose on one, win on the other.
Also, look, if you want to go to Underdog Fantasy and use code CAM, we only got a couple weeks left for the Super Bowl. So far, 6 people are going to the Super Bowl using my code. You know, they'll double up what you put up to $100. Go to Underdog Fantasy, download the app, and also subscribe to It Is What It Is, the show. Our shit is clicking. Why wouldn't you subscribe? So make sure y'all go do that, man.
Definitely. Okay, so based off the performance of the team so far, what's your early Super Bowl prediction?
Me?
Sure, OJ, you can go first.
Well, you know I'm talking 49ers. I'm thinking the 49ers got rest, as Cam said, right when they needed it. You know, sometimes you get rest early in the season, 4th game you get a bye. That doesn't do you any good. This bye came at the right time. This playoff bye has come at the right time for the 49ers, and I still think they're the most talented team in the league.
Can I interrupt you real quick? Real quick. I want you to pick up where you left off. Oh, I want you to pick up there, but I want to ask you one question real quick. Would your prediction I'm just guessing, happen to be the Bills versus the 49ers? Would that just happen to be your prediction for the Super Bowl?
I've always wanted that. I prayed for it my whole adult life. It seems I prayed that those two teams will play each other. I prayed the other day that they both make it. I don't know if they will, but I do think the Buffalo Bills. I do think the 49ers will make it.
Well, who's your team? It's a Super Bowl prediction. Who's your team in the AFC?
Well, it's the 49ers on one side. So I'm thinking the Niners. I truly think that this bye came at the absolute best time for them. You were talking about buys a minute ago and getting rest. I think this is the perfect time for them to be able to get some rest.
But, we got you on 49ers. Who's your team in the AFC to go to the Super Bowl?
Well, I'm going to pick the Bills only because I am a Buffalo Bill. You know, I mean, come on. I'm going to pick the Bills and say, Roberta's going to, what was that city you call?
Title Town?
Yeah, Title Town my ass. Yeah, Title Town my ass. But I'm taking, of course I'm going for the Niners. I'm praying for the Niners and the Bills.
Okay.
You know, the Lord might hear me this time.
My prediction, listen, my prediction is the Detroit Lions
versus the Ravens.
Against the Ravens, man. Against the Ravens. And if it's not the Ravens, I'm going to say the Texans. I think this year the Bills or Patrick Mahomes go home. It's time for some new blood out there in the AFC, baby. Both teams at the top, the Bills and the fake Kansas City at the top of the screen, are going home this year. Young blood in the building.
Why would y'all call us fake? OJ does the same thing. If his team loses, he give you this whole explanation about how he liked the other team and what they were doing great, and you got to understand this, and he give you the whole history of who he used to golf with. So how could you call mine fake?
You pick. I want to hear your Title Town and who else?
Yeah.
All right. If I think what Killer said, I think if it's not Kansas City, if you take Kansas City out of it, I'm going with the Lions versus the Ravens, and I believe the Ravens win it all because they're pretty much the only team could pass, run, play defense, do it all.
Can I go back and put some ifs in mine? I go back with 2 or 3 ifs.
2 or 3 ifs is crazy. Go ahead, get your 2 or 3 ifs off. But Mase, you said Mase, hold on. Who's the 2 teams you said?
Yeah.
Who's the 2 teams you said if Kansas City is out, the Ravens and who?
The Ravens and the Lions.
Okay.
Cam, it's
Did
in
he
my
just copy
notes,
you?
Cam. Look, I
Cam,
want you
did
to
he
see.
copy
No,
you?
I need you to see. That was in my notes. Look, that was in my notes. You see it?
No, I don't, Mase.
That was in my notes, right?
You sure those are your notes and not somebody else writing them?
Got you there.
That's
Oh,
the
see,
question.
okay.
Let's get the forensic
Oh, I
on
was
the
trying to
notes.
let you recover, oh. I was trying to let you recover. But yeah, that's what I had. That's what I had. But it's good that y'all saw it in my notes, so y'all know that's
That
what I
was there.
came to say.
My guess, I'm just going to go off on a whim. I'm going to say maybe the Packers beat the 49ers and it's going to be the Packers versus the Ravens. I don't know. I'm just putting that out there because they've surprised me a lot this season. So I'm not going to give up on them yet, but we'll see what happens.
I'm not going to lie. One thing for sure, two things for certain. Jordan Love, the last 6 weeks of the season, has been looking just as good as any quarterback in the league. I was calling it about week 12, week 13. I'm like, yo, is this nigga Jordan Love looking really, really good? And I don't know. I'll have to look at the stats. I heard a few people talking about it, but he's ahead of where Aaron Rodgers was at this point in his career, and Brett Favre, what they was talking about. So let's not just put the 49ers in the next round yet, man. They got a tall task ahead.
Yeah. And I want y'all to make sure y'all got me on the record. This is just if it's not the Chiefs, because I don't want y'all to be acting crazy when the Chiefs beat the Bills now.
Like OJ said, if we could all get 2-3 ifs, then every team would be in it. If we all could get 2 or 3 ifs, murder.
Facts. Okay. Looking back at the Cowboys' 48-32 loss to the Packers, you feel some type of way about the Cowboys. Dak is 2-5 in the playoffs. So what's your general opinion on Dak Prescott?
Well, my is on Dak is the same as it is on the Cowboys. The Cowboys are celebrities. I guarantee you this week before this game was played, every restaurant they went into, somebody paid for their meal. Somebody bought them drinks. Everybody want to know what they're wearing to the game and what they're going to wear after the game, what car they're driving, and they act like celebrities. And they've done it every year. They act like they're celebrities and they play like celebrities. And that's how I see the Cowboys. I think Stephen A. got it down. Once they get in the playoffs, you know, they're what are they wearing after the game? You know, what clothes are they taking to the game? And I guarantee you, they're not paying for any meals or any drinks during the week. People are treating them like the Dallas celebrities, and they're playing like the Dallas celebrities.
OJ, this is what I realized. Just so you know, I've been studying a little bit. I think the issues with the Cowboys is they needed Zeke Elliott for this game. They didn't have a running back that could run.
He would have helped.
Enough. Yeah.
He would have helped. I agree with that. He would have helped. They didn't have any smash mouth guys, and they could have used him in those smash mouth situations. But I just think in general, they're treated like celebrities. They act like celebrities, and they end up playing like celebrities.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question real quick before I say what I have to say. Did you ever hear about this White House in the 90s that Michael Irvin and all the guys that was on cocaine for the Dallas
We used
Cowboys?
to call it all us players. I'm just saying this. And I'm not getting on no cowboy. I'm just saying in the league, when they were calling it America's team, we were calling it South America's team.
Colombia, Bolivia. That pure cocaine.
That's the honest to God truth.
Yeah, South America's team.
I'm not getting on anybody now, but that's what guys in the league was calling them.
So So do you know about this White House that we just learned about this thing? Jermaine Dupri was on the show, and I know they was sniffing coke, and this is what I've recommended to Jerry Jones, and I'm not, people think I'm joking. Get cocaine back in that locker room. Like, yo, look, man, if you guys want to win a Super Bowl, y'all need to get some.
Oh my God,
you gotta get cocaine back in that locker room, Jerry Jones.
Jesus
Look,
Christ.
I'm telling you straight up and down. Look, I'm be honest with you. I'm not the biggest baseball fan in the world, but I did used to watch a little bit when steroids was involved. Niggas smacking homers everywhere. You out there in the Bay, Barry Bonds hitting shit out the sky. I know his head got bigger, his palsy, couldn't put his hat on his head. A-Rod fucking smacking homers everywhere. That's when I want to watch.
Hat like this.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to hear what Jerry said.
Yeah. So I was saying that, you know, even like soccer, I like soccer a lot, but I don't want to watch a fucking 5-hour game and it be 1-0. Same thing, baseball, 1-0. Give them niggas steroids so it could at least be 8-7. Some shit. You know, like, niggas was smacking homers when them steroids was in, killing them. Go back and check the records. Now back to Jerry Jones. The last time the Cowboys won, mad cocaine was involved. Oh, Michael Irvin. Man, listen, Michael Irvin, cocaine out his mind. Matter of fact, I wish I could pull up a video of Michael Irvin, what he said yesterday after the loss.
Don't pull up no.
No, I'm
Don't
not.
pull up that.
I ain't going to. Michael, my man. Mike, my man. No, Michael Irvin's my friend.
Hey, look, you already got you got us agreeing with us to what it was like back then, but you know.
But what I'm saying is this: Did you hear about this? Okay, I'll get back to my original question.
We call them South America's team. That's what we all call them.
Right. So
he's call them America's team. We call them South America's team.
Do you think
that was it?
Do you think they will win without cocaine?
You can't answer that.
Hey, sweetheart, that's your question. You answer that question. Let's see how many guys are following you then.
Oh, look.
OJ's not answering. We go to the next question.
I'm not going there.
We can't win without it.
Yo, listen. Let me tell you something. When you don't answer, you answer because the only thing you got to do is say, Cam, don't be ridiculous. You know damn well they can win without. You can win without cocaine. Yeah,
I told you what we called them back then. That tells the story.
But what I'm saying is this: they won Super Bowls when they were South America's team. Now they're North America's team, and they won't win a Super Bowl. Do they need to become South America's team again?
Killer, he went like this.
To me. I don't know. You talk to them. You talk to them.
Look, this is what I'll say. All right, we'll get off of that for a minute. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think that they're going to get rid of the coach? And I said on the record yesterday that Bill Belichick will be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys next season. What do you think is going to happen with the team moving forward?
It'll be the best thing they could do. Bring in a no-nonsense guy like him. Let him coach the team. It'll be the best thing the Cowboys could do.
I'm gonna have to agree with. I think personally, I don't know this for a fact. If I was Bill Belichick, I would take the job. You already have a decent quarterback in play. You got a decent defense. Your counterparts have not been doing well without you. Talking about Josh McDaniels, Patricia. When they go off on their own, they can't do shit as head coaches by themselves. Go round up the old crew, take them to Dallas, and you already have a great team in place to have a better chance to win a Super Bowl than they've been having previous years. That's what I would do if I was Jerry Jones and Bill Belichick and Josh Daniels and Mike Patricia.
Yeah, Belichick ain't gonna lose with those guys.
Yeah,
no, not with that talent. He would not lose with it.
So this actually segues into our next question, because not only is Belichick, there's a rumor that he might place McCarthy. There's also saying that he met with the Falcons for a head coach job. So which team do you think would be a better fit for him?
Mm.
That's tough for fit. I don't, look, despite last night, I don't see, I'm screwed up because I'm thinking about a different quarterback right now. I know this. If you ask me, Belichick could take the talent that the Cowboys have to the Super Bowl in the shortest amount of time than it would if he took over Atlanta. You said Atlanta, right?
Mhm.
Then if he took over Atlanta, I don't think it would take long for the Cowboys to go to Super Bowl if Belichick was in charge.
You know what's crazy? Right now, as we speak, it's funny, as we speak, right this very second, we had Jermaine Dupri on the show last week, and he was saying how Belichick is going to go to the Falcons, and he's texting me. It's funny, like, as we speak, he didn't know we was going to be talking about this topics. He just sent me, Belichick met with Falcons for head coach job. He like, I told y'all niggas, JD, okay, JD, you called it. They met up. We're talking about where Belichick is going now, and it's crazy. He's actually texting me right now. Look, you asked me my personal opinion. I'm not turning down. And listen, it's a lot of pressure year after year after year, no matter who the head coach is, no matter who the running back is, no matter who the quarterback is. Being a Dallas Cowboy on any level, ownership, management, players, it's a lot of pressure. But if you're asking me what team is better suited for Bill Belichick right this very second, it's the Dallas Cowboys. Everything is ready to go. Everything. You got CJ Lamb. You got a decent quarterback, top 5 quarterback statistically. You got a great ownership that's passionate about winning. Is he a little overbearing? Yeah, he could be a little overbearing. That's because he wants to win. You got a decent defense. That is, the plate is laid out for Bill Belichick to win right now in Dallas. And I think with Bill Belichick there, it won't be as big a joke when the season starts. Like when the season starts and these delusional Cowboy fans like, oh, we're going to win the Super Bowl this year. We're going to win the Super Bowl this year. Oh my God, we're going to win the Super Bowl. Everybody just laughs who is a Cowboy fans. Like, look at them. Look at these guys. They're so cute. They think they're going to win the Super Bowl again. Yeah. It's been 32 years. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. They really think they're going to win. I think with Bill Belichick as head coach coming into the season, you're not going to laugh like you laugh. You might be like, maybe. Yeah. So that's just my opinion. If you're asking which team I think Belichick should go to out of Atlanta or Cowboys. Anyway, and it's a lot of head coach vacancies.
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you, every player in this league would tell you that Tom Brady picked the best team for himself when he went down to, Orlando. That team was ready. All they needed was him.
Right.
That team was ready. Tampa, all they needed was the quarterback, Tampa. And he went down there and he made it happen. I feel the same way about the Dallas Cowboys and Belichick. Everything is there for him. Everything is there waiting for him.
Yeah. Good take. Okay, so we spoke about this previously, but OJ, we definitely want your opinion on this. So Miami had a difficult game this past weekend, losing to the Chiefs 26-7. How did you feel about Miami's loss? And then how do you feel about them for next season? Do you feel like they're a strong team?
They are a strong team. They got talent. They got speed more than anything. I think they got to pick up the defense a little bit, maybe the defensive line a little bit. But they are a talented team, Nobody that I knew thought the quarterback would finish this season. I know I didn't think he would finish this season, but he did. And offensively, they got all the talent in the world. They can run the ball. They throw the ball. Now, this offseason, the coach could just focus on the defense, trying to get that defensive line and those linebackers together. So it's kind of they don't have a whole lot to do to be a Super Bowl caliber team.
Another team I agree with OJ. We definitely was scared for Tua this season after the concussions and everything that went on with him last year. So I think it's a victory. And big shout out to Tua just for getting through the season, man. And having a tremendous season as well. Not just getting through the season, having a tremendous season. I think I can't remember, week 3 or 4, whichever week it was, they scored 70 points. It was really a great season for the Miami Dolphins. But look, that doesn't get it. That doesn't cut it, man. It doesn't cut it. Pay Tyreek Hill all that money. Tua is supposed to be that nigga. And you lose again in the first round of the playoffs. It just doesn't cut the cake, man. And as far as anything else is concerned, I think bigger than anything, you got to think about this as far as Miami's concerned and being an AFC team. You got Kansas City, you got Baltimore, and you got Buffalo. And I'm just naming the creme de la creme of the AFC right now at the point. You have to go play in the cold in the offseason. I don't know where it's going to be cold in the offseason. Maybe y'all niggas need to freeze your practice stadium out or with anything else, but Tua never played in less than 46 degrees. And if you tell me that didn't play a factor, then you're lying. These guys live in Miami. I have a place in Miami. Uncle O got a place in Fort Lauderdale. It's 80 degrees all year round. We start pulling out big jackets when it's 66, 70 degrees. We not used to that shit. I roll the window down, niggas be like, yo, roll the window up. It's 72 degrees. Niggas is freezing. So at the end of the day, that team needs to get adjusted to playing in the cold because the creme de la creme of that division or that conference, pardon me, is all cold weather in December, January, and hopefully if you ever make it to February, the shit starts in November. So if you're going to go to Buffalo and play, if you're going to go to Kansas City and play, if you're going to go to Baltimore and play, you have to get used to playing in cold weather. Tua was the first time they probably was all shell-shocked. It was -4 degrees, and the wind chill made it feel -23 degrees. They said, what the fuck is going on? Goonie goo-goo. So listen, that's the way it is. They got to get used to that, man. And until then, I don't know if they're going to be able to win anything not being able to play in cold weather unless they win out the whole conference and get buys and the playoffs go through Miami. That's the only way I could see them advancing to the conference championship or let alone the Super Bowl. They're not going to win on the road in cold weather.
I think he had an excuse. He lost to Titletown. What else you expect? They wasn't going to beat them. I think when he goes back and talk to the coaches and everybody else, if they would have lost to somebody else, it would be even more disrespectful. But when you lose to the champs, I don't think it's as disappointing. That's just my
Hey, they went undefeated. That's all I know.
Talk to him, Mo. Talk to him. Tell him.
And before we wrap, who do you guys predict will win MVP?
I got Lamar Jackson.
I do too.
Again, that was in my notes. Lamar Jackson.
Right now, if and but I got Lamar Jackson.
Keep going, oh.
Emphasis on if. Okay.
Yo, it was great seeing you, man. I'm going to call you.
Hey, man, good being back.
I'll call you tomorrow. I'll pull up on you if you come outside. If not, I'll definitely talk to you no matter what. But I know the fans been missing you, and we're really happy to have you back this week and look forward to next week talking to you with everybody on It Is What It Is, man. Thank you for being back.
To it, buddy.
And thank you for the sneakers again.
They go with your outfit, mates.
Yeah, there they go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also tell her I'm going to follow on Instagram and order some more stuff. Thank you.
Good. She like that. All right, guys. God bless.
I'm out.
Okay. I'm out. Hey, girl, stop having them boys follow you all over the place.
That is not my choice.
Yeah, you know to talk to about them GD issues. GDI, nigga. GDI.
Yeah. OJ got me for sure.
How old are they? How old are they? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. I'm not worried about them.
I looked at them through the window. Oh, they looked about 28, 29 years old.
I was not worried about them. That is not my choice. OJ, it was a pleasure to have you on the show. That's all the time Yes, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for watching. And as always, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Two big necks, like when they doing them 2 for $5.